Welcome back to the rear derailleur adjustment. This is a remake, so I hope I can explain everything quickly yet thoroughly so that different kinds of bike users can understand easily no matter with or without a bike repair stand. When adjusting the barrel adjuster on road, normally you don't need any tools. But for complete adjustment, you need a 5mm Allen key / hex wrench, Phillips head or flathead screwdriver. You might also need smaller Allen keys or 9mm spanner. Some mounting bolts use T25 torque keys. First, take a look at the most commonly used barrel adjuster on road. Shimano derailleurs usually have one on them. Shifters or bike frames may also have one. SRAM derailleurs like this X5 is missing the barrel adjuster, so please adjust according to your own bike structure. Counterclockwise cap opening rotation increases tension to make the guide wheel move left. Clockwise cap closing rotation reduces tension to make it move right. After prolonged usage, the shift cable has been stretched longer and the guide pulley moves to the right. So typically from time to time you need to use counterclockwise cap opening rotation. Turn it out a bit to increase tension to move the guide wheel to the left. The guide pulley, under normal circumstances, it doesn't move to the left. We are now at the 6th gear. Check if the chain is also on the 6th cog / sprocket. Then we shift to the 5th gear. Please shift according to your shifting mechanism. Without a bike stand, you can lift the bike and pedal forward. Some like flipping the bike, but I'm making a video so I don't flip it. If you downshift, but the chain reacts very slowly or it doesn't shift at all, we can use counterclockwise cap opening rotation. A quarter turn each time is enough until it shifts quickly without rubbing noise. A tip here, some derailleurs barrel adjusters are so difficult to turn, so you can lift the derailleur backwards, then turn the barrel adjuster. It should be much easier. If downshifting is quick but is very noisy, the chain is probably rubbing the next gear. You can use clockwise cap closing rotation, also a quarter turn each time. Now it shifts perfectly without rubbing noise. If you're installing a new derailleur or completely adjusting your current one, now we simulate this situation. For derailleur installation, please check another video. First, we shift to the highest gear, which is the smallest sprocket. Then loosen the cable. Most derailleurs use 5mm Allen key, some use 9mm wrench. Then turn in all the barrel adjusters controlling the rear derailleur. Then the L and H limit screws. L is low limit, setting the lowest gear position, which is the largest sprocket. H is high limit, setting the highest gear position, which is the smallest sprocket. Turn them in, both sides limits will move inboard. Turn them out, both sides limits will move outboard. Some derailleurs don't have labeling, or they are difficult to be seen. When you're on the highest gear, if you turn the screw and the jockey wheel moves, it's the H limit screw. This is too far left. Turn out the H limit screw to align it. Some people say you can make it slightly outboard. Why? It's because the guide wheel can jiggle a bit. When you think it's perfectly aligned, actually it might not be so. As we don't have a chain here, we can by hand push the lower part of the derailleur inboard, like this, to check how far the jockey wheels can go. Then adjust the L limit screw. For this one, you can turn it out a bit to make it move more left. Aligning by sight is fine. Now pull the cable tight. Lock the cable, typically 5 Nm. If without a torque wrench, when you just reach the end, secure the derailleur cage and at 35 degrees approximately. Remember to check the cable housing is in the tightest spot before locking the cable. Otherwise, your effort will be in vain. Now you can install the chain, which we don't do it here. Please refer to another video. Shift down one gear, then pedal. If you cannot shift, turn out the barrel adjuster a bit. The half turn each time is fine. Repeat until you can shift. Some people say the chain falls off on the largest cock side. When you're at the lowest gear, press the downshift button to see if there is any movement. That is a necessary limit space. If so, adjust it. Turn in the L limit screw a little bit until it moves, then fine adjust it to align it by sight. Also, some people say it's difficult to press the downshift button to shift to the lowest gear. Then turn out the L limit screw a little bit, as there is not enough room. If the chain really falls off to the spokes, watch this. Test all gears. If it looks good and sounds good, it's good. It doesn't have to be laser accurate. Now the B tension screw, which sets the height of the guide pulley. Not every derailleur has one, especially low-end ones. Turning the screw, you can increase the distance between the cassette and the guide wheel. Turn it out, you decrease the distance. It is recommended to be 5 to 10 mm. Some say the closer, the faster when shifting, but I'm afraid of the chain wear and the sprocket wear, so I set it to about 8 mm. If you haven't installed the derailleur and you want to set it to the most perfect spot, turn the B screw to the middle. Some B screws have moving mechanism, easier for adjustment. But if you are still worried it will put too much stress on your components, you can pull back the derailleur a little bit and adjust using the other hand. Some derailleurs, like many Shimanos, do not have moving mechanism for the B screw, so it's a good idea to loosen the mounting bolt just a little. Otherwise, it will put a lot of stress on the screw and even other components. After adjustment, push the derailleur downwards and lock the bolt. Adjustment is now basically complete. Now some more additional info. Some people shift the derailleur manually to set the L limit, but I think it's not necessary and it's very tiring. Some also say you can pre-stretch the cable. At the highest gear, click downshift twice, don't pedal. Then loosen the cable, upshift twice, lock the cable. A bit controversial, isn't it? Why should anyone torture a good new cable? I never did this, but I ride normally every day. Some entry-level derailleurs like this one, no matter how you tune it, is slow and clunky. If you want to upgrade, I recommend this one. Cheap, sturdy, durable, and very responsive. 7 or 8-speed cassettes compatible. I'll talk more about this later. If your barrel adjuster completely falls out or is stuck, loosen the cable, then turn it in like this. If you don't use your bike for like more than 2 weeks, shift to the smallest cogs, both rear and front. In such a way you can prevent your derailleur springs from being at a very high tension, so they will last longer. I hope this video helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time.